Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to my channel, Win with Will. Today is Sunday, August 17th, and we'll be recapping and taking a look at my results for my week 8 trading results for my dividend portfolio. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Who am I, and why are you here? Well, I actually started this channel. If you're somebody new that's joining my channel for the first time, it was really just to document my progress. I started my investing portfolio with a smaller amount, about $5,000. And it's typically when you're on YouTube and you're looking at researching people's investing journeys and things like that, their accounts are really big already, $100,000, $200,000, $1 million, and they're showing you how great their investing is going, but you don't really get a chance to see how the journey started. So I started my channel to document my progress, starting with a smaller amount and letting it build up. Also, I wanted to be able to show my friends and family how simple it is to start investing. You don't have to have all this knowledge. You don't have to be some type of guru or expert to start. You can start where you are and learn as you go. Also, to teach my kids financial education, as well as help other parents teach their children as well. You might not know where to start those conversations with your kids or how to kind of get the topic off the ground, but you can use my channel as a launching point. And also to inspire others. I am not a financial guru. If I can do it, you can do it. I always tell everybody I'm just a regular guy from the south side of Chicago that's just looking to do better with my financial future, and you can do the same. So let's get into the legals here really fast. As I said, I'm not a guru. I'm not a financial advisor. The content shared here is for entertainment and educational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. I always know that investing involves risk, so do your own due diligence. All the decisions that you make are based all decisions you make based on this content are your own responsibility. And again, I'm just sharing my personal journey so you can follow along, see how things are going for me, which could help you make better decisions for yourself in the future. And let's look at my goals here. Short-term goal with my portfolio is to make $1,000 a month in dividend income and to have $10,000 into my investing account. Right now, I'm about $8,000 or so into my account. Started from 5,000, and I'm roughly at about 600 or a little over 600 or so dollars a month. Midterm goal: $5,000 a month in dividend income, and I have $50,000 in my investment portfolio. And long-term goal is to be able to generate a $100,000 6-year dividend income, which is going to be passive recurring income strictly from my dividends. So I know why we are all here. Let's take a quick look at my money tree and see how my portfolio is doing right now. So my week 8 results. We are here. This was this Friday, 8/15. I ended up making about $160 from my various dividend accounts, and I'll go into details on what I earned and which accounts were doing what. As far as total capital invested, I've started with $5,000. As I said, if you're someone new to the channel, I do add money along the way periodically. So far out of pocket, I'm up to about $8,000 invested is what I've put into the account. And so far, just off of my dividend earnings alone, I've accumulated almost $1,200 and almost 15% off the dividends. But we'll get into the whole picture because some of these funds have been taking some dips on the prices of the funds. So my first 3 funds that I'll show you here is TSYY. This fund is a fund that follows the Tesla stock. All 3 of these are granted shares, and they all pay out weekly dividends. So TSYY follows Tesla. As Tesla goes through its ups and downs with the fund of Tesla, so does my fund of TSYY and granted shares. I started out with 205 shares, and so far over time, I've built up to 387 shares of this fund. And current price for this fund as of last time I locked it in, which was Friday, was about $8.43 a share, and it's way down about 16% for the overall price of the stock. But it is my largest holding. I got over $3,000 invested in there. This week, it paid out 23 cents. It's been pretty steady. When I first started out, it was paying more, about almost 30 cents a share, which was why it was really attractive. Still, even at 23 cents, based off the price of the fund, is still a really great value as far as the dividend payouts. And so this week it paid me out $89.01 based off me having 387 shares. Next one, XBTY. This fund follows Bitcoin. As Bitcoin goes up and down, so does this fund here with Granite shares. Never bought more, but this one has been pretty steady. I started with 20 shares, still have my 20 shares. Right now, the current price is trading at 23.45 as of Friday, and it's down 6.03%. But the dividend payout is still strong, 45 cents a share. And this one has been pretty steady the whole time that I've been here. So $9 or more each and every week has been paying out from XBTY. NVYY, this fund follows the Nvidia stock, which is a tech company. And I started out with 20 shares. I'm up to 40 shares now. So I did buy more shares of Nvidia a few weeks back. And as of right now, this is the only one that's in profit mode as far as the actual share price. It's up to 27.09 as of this last week, which is down a little bit from the week before, but overall it's still in the plus, up 1.89%. And the payout this week for the dividend was 52 cents. So it's like a penny or so down from last week, but $20.80 this week. So it's been pretty consistent, just like the XBTY, paying pretty much in the same general area almost every week. OT, this is my Yield Max weekly pair. OT is a income generating fund where they invest in multiple stocks and they do strategies to generate income, like covered calls, strategies and things like that, which is designed to generate income for the stock. It's not really designed for the share price of the stock to skyrocket and go through the roof. This one has been pretty steady. This is the lowest that it's been since I've been investing in OT. But my average price when I purchased it was about $6.20. And this week it dropped down. This was the first time I've ever seen it go below $6, but not too bad, $5.90 per share. I did buy more shares this week. So with my earnings from last week and every week, what I do, my strategy right now is I'm basically compounding all my earnings and buying more shares. And then additionally, sometimes I do add more funds as well. But with my $150 I earned last week, I basically bought about $100 of OT and about another $50 of TSYY because I caught the price while it was down really low. And so now I'm up to 413 shares of OT, in which case this has been pretty steady every single week, paying about 10 cents per share. It sounds low compared to the others, but considering that the price of the fund is around $6, this is still a really nice payout, and it's been consistent each and every week since I've been in, paying out about 10 cents every week, in which case this week made $41.30. Misty, MSTY, follows the MSTR stock on YieldMax. This is my only monthly pair. I'm not very impressed with how Misty has performed since I've been involved with it. I've only had a couple of payouts, but it pays out monthly. But this is like a YouTube legend because of how well it's performed over the over time. It's been really great, but as of late, it's not been doing as well. The actual price is down $17.86, which is a 17% dip from the time I first started investing in Misty. And so this one only pays out once a month as well. So it only pays out once a month. So I'm not, I like my weekly pairs because I can compound the earnings faster. I did take a chance with Misty just because it was such a popular fund. I wanted to see how it would do, but not, it's doing okay as far as still paying out a decent amount. And it will pay out another payout for the month of August. So I got $59 at the beginning of the month. It pays out every 4 weeks, so there will be an additional payout this month. I'm not going to be investing more in Misty. I'll just let it ride for now. And just looking at the overall performance of my portfolio, I'm down a nice amount because of these big dips by TSYY and Misty. Overall, if you think about the amount that's been invested in all of my funds, as far as what's been put in, about 9,000, a little over $9,000, about 9,100 bucks, and the actual value of the funds right now is only $8,100. So I'm down about $954 on the actual price of the funds. It's not as alarming for me as of right now, just because I'm not planning to sell anytime soon, and the dividend payouts have still been paying out well over time. So if I can continue getting the nice dividend payouts, even if the prices don't rebound anytime soon, as long as they don't keep going down too much, which would, theoretically mean that the price of the dividend payouts will go down as well. I'm still ultimately in okay shape. I'm still up overall because my dividend payouts, which is almost 1,200 bucks, is more than the losses off the shares of the funds. So I'm still in profit mode, but ultimately, ideally, I would like to see these prices start to rebound back up to some of the levels that they were when I first started out. If you're a person that trades on margin, which is you basically kind of borrow and use money from the investing platform to invest, that's where this can really hurt you when the share prices dip and your overall account starts getting lower and lower. Those margins, they like you to have a nice buffer amount between the value that you paid for the stock and what they're currently trading at. And if you get too low, the actual platform could sell off your stocks for you to basically cover the amount that you have outstanding. For me, I can be a little bit more patient because I'm not trading on any margin. It's just strictly a cash account based off how much I put in. So as long as I'm still holding these funds, it's just pretty much, I can ride the wave of them going up and down. As long as I'm still getting my dividend payouts, ultimately I'm still doing okay. So I like to keep these videos not too long, just showing my weekly results. I'll likely do a more deep dive video this week, just talking about some philosophies and some mindset things and why I'm going with these various funds that I'm going with. So stay tuned for that. But if you do like this content, guys, please like, share, comment, subscribe. I do reply back to every single person that comments on my channel. So if you just want to share, a little bit of your story, how things are going for you and your investing, if you're looking at some of these same funds that I'm doing, or if you're, want to report your results and progress, hey, let's do that. We can cheer each other along as we go. Please subscribe to the channel and share and like. It really helps get the information out to more and more people, and it really helps out my channel. So I really appreciate when you guys do that. So it's showtime. If you are a person that's been on the fence about investing, you've been researching, what are you waiting for? Get started. The journey starts with one step. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to have all your ducks in a row just to start. But sometimes just getting started is going to give you that boost to propel you to the next step, to learn more, to do more, to get even bigger and better at it. So let's get started, guys, if you're a person that's been on the fence. And I like to leave you all with a quote at the end of every one of my videos. If you don't build your dream, someone will hire you to help build theirs. Isn't this the truth? By Tony Gaskins. If as we become adults, we start putting our dreams and goals and desires, we start to kind of put those things more and more in the background while we look at quote unquote reality, right? My situation, I got to pay my bills, I have to feed my family, I have to take care of my kids, I have a mortgage, I have a car payment. So we start thinking about the real life things that are in front of us, and we start putting those things on the back burner that we really want and that we really desire because of the fact of the quote unquote reality. So the idea with this investing and starting your journey is you can start baby steps, building your way back to being able to put those dreams in the forefront of your mind again as you're building there. Okay. So thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I will have a couple of videos here which will show my last week's results and my last time I did a deep dive video. Again, I'll likely jump into a new deep dive video this week, but it'll be more so just talking about philosophies, mindset, and how the investing journey could really, when you start putting numbers to it and looking at practical things that you can do with the money, to show you why it's really important to just get started. So thank you guys so much. You have a good rest of your day.